So now we move right along to Trainer of the Year. There were many fantastic Hall of Fame worthy trainers in the making, or that will certainly make it, have already done so, that are on the list. Freddie Roach, obviously naming a few. Abel Sanchez, I don't know. Robert Garcia, I thought would be the pick. But Yahoo Sports decided to take Floyd Mayweather Sr. as the Trainer of the Year. Robert, let me just open forum, discuss it with you. Agree or disagree with Yahoo Sports' pick?
I know where they're coming from, but I certainly wouldn't agree with that. I mean, Floyd Mayweather Sr., I mean, he basically was seconded his son, Floyd Mayweather Jr., the brilliant Floyd Mayweather Jr. But again, when you're seconding a fighter of that caliber, it's hard to make a mistake. I mean, what can anybody show to a prodigy, somebody who is really a boxing genius, the way Mayweather is? And there's no question about that. One might not like his style, but he is a boxing genius. So, I mean, maybe if Roger Mayweather was in the corner, would that mean that Roger Mayweather should have won the Trainer of the Award? Trainer of the Year award? If you were in the corner, should you have won it? I mean, because basically any trainer is only as good as the fighter on the stool. All right, and again, having that particular fighter in the stool is going to make any trainer look great, and that's what's happened with this choice of Floyd Mayweather Sr. as Trainer of the Year.
Also, Robert Garcia, I really thought that he should have won it, but then reading along and just trying to reflect back on 2013, he won it in 2012, rightfully so, but a few losses certainly weighed into that decision, most notably the loss Nonito Donaire against Guillermo Rigondeaux, when we finally discovered who Guillermo Rigondeaux is. Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado too. I guess those were two big fights that weighed against Robert Garcia. If you had to pick, I mean, you already gave us your take on Mayweather Sr. winning the award, but would you take Robert Garcia, would you take Abel Sanchez, or would you take someone else?
It's hard to ignore them, especially Garcia, because even though Rios got pounded and failed a drug test, Garcia was the one who has remade Marcos Maidana, and that fight, that excellent fight against Adrian Broner in San Antonio, Maidana is no longer a one-handed fighter. I mean, he basically has revamped Maidana to make him a two-handed fighter, two-fisted fighter, and a serious fighter at that. So it's really hard to ignore Robert Garcia. And Abel Sanchez, who you mentioned, as you know, is dealing with Gennady Golovkin, who is yet to be tested, has yet to really step up. I mean, there are some real issues with Golovkin and his competition, but he's aligned with a major fighter and somebody who may be a major attraction for years to come. Though
Gennady Golovkin certainly was quite tested, not totally to the limit, but he was certainly tested in his last fight against Curtis Stevens. By the way, one name that I think should really be considered, similarly to my pick for Fighter of the Year, should also be Trainer of the Year, and that's Javan Sugar Hill. Now, the reason being, he stepped in for Emmanuel Stewart, and that is a tall task. When, of course, Emmanuel Stewart died this past year, he steps in. Him and Adonis Stevenson combined to go 4-0 in 2013. That would certainly be my pick. It is not the safe pick. It's the trendy pick, but it seems like the right pick to me. So what do you guys think? Thoughts in the comments section below, and please do us a favor. Subscribe to TYT Sports and check out Robert Exel on boxing.com. Robert, thank you so much for joining us. Great to talk to you once again, and have a good day.
Likewise, Rick.